My name is Jay the Dragon, and welcome to my build guide series where I will explain how to build the X-Men as playable characters in 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. This video is timestamped so you can skip to where you need, with a link in the description for the written version. My disclaimers are as follows. Official, third party, UA, homebrew, in that order. Mechanics over description, flavor is always optional. Builds work in every tier of play. And lastly, magic items are not requirements for a build to work. Gunther Bane, aka Unus the Untouchable, is a 2-bit criminal and member of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Unus has the power to emit an impervious force field around himself, able to withstand focused assaults from the X-Men unscathed before laying them out with his enhanced boxing and wrestling. Unus is from the early days of the X-Men, where it was common to see one-trick gimmicks steal the spotlight, and it can be fun to see how effective they are. Using point buy, I gave Unus 15, 10, 14, 8, 8, 15. Variant Human is taken as race. Select the Rune Shaper feat to gain Sanctuary. The first cast a day is free and is recastable with slots. Gain another spell at level 9 and another at level 17. Athletics proficiency come from race. Acrobatics and performance from the Gladiator background. And Insight and Intimidation come from Paladin. Paladin level 1. Lay on Hands. A deep pool of healing points equal to 5 times your Paladin level that can be used for a burst heal on self or an ally, or doled out 1 point at a time for a whole lot of pickups from 0. Also cleanses diseases and poisons. Spell gain from feat, Sanctuary. Enemies that attempt to hit you will fail and sometimes hurt each other. Paladin level 2. Fighting style. Defense for an additional +1 armor class. Divine Smite. While you don't always attack, you can make it count when you do. Spellcasting. Paladins have a prepared spell list. Each morning choose a number of spells equal to your charisma modifier plus half your paladin level rounded down. This is 4 spells now, adding room for another spell every even level and on ASIs that increase charisma mod. Spells learned. Heroism. Maintain regenerating temp HP and immunity to frightened. Cure wounds. Bolster yourself or an ally with assured confidence. Shield of Faith. Further raise your or an ally's armor class. Wrathful Smite. Shake the confidence and decrease the accuracy of your opponent with a powerful strike. Paladin level 3. For subclass, choose Oath of the Crown. Channel Divinity. You have 1 use per short rest and gain 2 options from your subclass. Champion Challenge. An AoE compelled duel-like effect that makes it much harder for a group of enemies to target anyone other than you. Turn the Tide, an AoE heal that affects allies under half health, even those at 0 HP, to instantly recover them. Oath spells. These are always prepared and don't count against the number of prepared spells a day. Compelled Duel. Enrage an opponent to focus on only you. Command. Taunt an enemy into making a mistake. Harness Divine Power. As a bonus action, spend your Channel Divinity to regain a spell slot of a level as high as half your proficiency bonus rounded up. That's a first slot now, a second slot at level 5, and a third slot at level 13. Since Channel Divinity restores on a short rest, this can be good value, but you can only use this feature so many times in a single day. Once starting at level 3, twice starting at level 7, and 3 times starting at level 15. Paladin level 4. ASI. +2 Charisma, now at 18. Additional spell prepared. Any first, such as Bless, to trade up next level. Paladin level 5. Extra Attack. Greater action economy for your grapples, or twice the Divine Smiting. Harness Divine Power can now expend a Channel Divinity to restore a 2nd level slot. Oath spells. Warding Bond. Tank hits for a teammate. Zone of Truth. Intimidate a captive and make them sing. Additional spell prepared. Aid. Boost the max health of yourself and your allies. Paladin level 6. Aura of Protection. Gain Charisma mod to all saves for you and nearby allies. Additional spell prepared. Prayer of Healing. Improve the condition of your whole team. Paladin level 7. Divine Allegiance. Reaction to take damage for an ally. This is valuable as you're most likely at higher health than them anyway. Harness Divine Power can now be used twice per long rest. Paladin level 8. ASI. +2 Strength, now at 18. Additional spell prepared. Lesser Restoration. Withstand debilitating effects. Paladin level 9. Oath spells. Aura of Vitality. Recover significant health between or even during fights. Spirit Guardians. Your impassable aura makes it more difficult to approach or pass you. Rune Shaper spell gained. Armor of Agathis. Strengthen your force field as opponents hurt themselves trying to hit you. Paladin level 10. Aura of Courage. You and your team can no longer be frightened. Additional spell prepared. Magic Circle. Walls specific creatures from approaching or affecting you and your team. Paladin level 11. Improved Divine Smite. All of your melee attacks now deal an extra 1d8 radiant damage. Paladin level 12. ASI. Plus 2 Charisma, now at 20. Additional spell prepared. Revivify. Rally an ally from the brink of death. Paladin level 13. Harness Divine Power can now expend a Channel Divinity to restore a 3rd level slot. Oath spells. Banishment. Fling an opponent temporarily out of the fight. Guardian of Faith. Make an attack without actually ending Sanctuary. Paladin level 14. Cleansing Touch. End one spell effect affecting yourself or an ally, even very powerful ones. Additional spell prepared. Aura of Life. Keep your teammates returning from 0 and warding off debilitating damage. Paladin level 15. Unyielding Spirit. Gain advantage against paralyze and stun, 2 serious conditions. Harness Divine Power can now be used 3 times per long rest. Paladin level 16. ASI. Plus 2 Strength, now at 20. Additional spell prepared. Aura of Purity. Keep yourself and your team fully protected from harmful conditions. Paladin level 17. Oath spells. Circle of Power. Wall against spell attacks on your whole team. Gaius. Severely damage a target every time they attack you. Rune Shaper spell gained. Thunderwave. Forcefully project your force field to launch multiple attackers away. Paladin level 18. Aura Improvement. The range of your auras increases to 30 feet. Additional spell prepared. Holy Weapon. Encase your baseball bat in a force field that causes additional striking damage. Paladin level 19. ASI. The Lucky Feat. Avert nat 20s against you 3 times a day. Paladin level 20. Additional spell prepared. Death Ward. Avert dropping to 0 HP to make sure you are conscious enough to heal and defend the rest of your team. And Ore of the Crown Paladin capstone feature, Exalted Champion. For 1 hour a day, gain 3 excellent features for a passive tank and support. Gain resistance to non-magical bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Your allies have death save advantage, and you and your allies have advantage on wisdom saving throws. Magic Items Wishlist. Rod of Absorption, your baseball bat. Negate spells targeting you and fuel your spell slots. Spellguard Shield. Advantage on saves against spells and spell attacks have disadvantage on you. I think it'd be fun to describe the shield as being his large belt. Plus 1, 2, or 3 plate armor. Ring of Protection. Cloak of Protection. And Cube of Force, the optimal way to stand there doing nothing while everything misses you. Tactics. Unus is a frontliner, but has an unimproved initiative, so choosing to walk 30 feet ahead of your allies will often position Unus where he's supposed to be. Casting Compelled Duel as a bonus action, and using Dodge as your action, makes it very unlikely that the target of your choice will be able to do anything. Against large groups, the Channel Divinity Champion Challenge does the same thing to every creature in a 30-foot radius, and they'll still be woefully ill-equipped to actually damage you. Compelled Duel has the added benefit of causing disadvantage if they tried to use attacks on anyone other than you, so this is highly indicated for dealing with ranged attackers. You have the option to grapple an opponent to keep them stuck in place, even shoving prone with extra attack if you would like to cause attack disadvantage for them and melee attack advantage for you and your allies. You can cast Sanctuary as a bonus action on the same turn you grappled if you are confident they won't escape. But be advised that if they do escape, you can't grapple or use Compelled Duel again without breaking your Sanctuary. Though the Channel Divinity Champion Challenge being neither attack nor spell would still be an option. Alternate tactics for frontlining can include running forward with an active Spirit Guardians, complicating movement speed while teammates such as Avalanche can cause difficult terrain. Magic Circle can give your party 360 degrees of protection against specific creature type in swarm situations. Aura of Protection and Circle of Power makes your whole team highly durable spell spam, more than capably adjusting for any non-melee threat. Unus works best in groups of all backliners, but if you also had a melee ally like Blob, then the two of you can share Aura of Protection and your Divine Allegiance feature. By being such a passive tank, you can dramatically improve the output of damagers like Pyro and Magneto, who will spend more time winning fights and fewer resources on staying safe. You carry a lot of healing for yourself or your allies as needed, topping off everyone back to full between fights with ease. This concludes my guide on how to play Unus the Untouchable. As just a fun extra, if you were to build a mini of Unus, this is how he might look. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have any thoughts on what you do to improve it, questions, or if you've played this, feedback on how it went, or anything else, please leave a comment. Definitely subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications, as I have many more builds on the way, and feel free to join me in my Discord for X-Men one-shots. And as always, thank you for watching.
Pick a side.